Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take this over to Daniel chapter 8, verses, and we're just, for sake of time, we're going to focus on verses 9 through 14. But if you are familiar with this passage, this is the vision of the he-goat. And in verse 9, we start out with, and out of one of them came forth a little horn, talking about the horns from the he-goat, which waxed exceeding great toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the pleasant land. And it waxed great even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host. And by him the daily sacrifice was taken away, and the place of the sanctuary was cast down, and an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression. And it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and prospered. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another said unto that certain saint which spake, How long shall the vision concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host be trodden under foot? And he said unto me, Unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. So who is the he-goat referred to in this passage, and the little horn that comes from his horns? Well, we've got at least a partial answer to that over here in 1 Maccabees, and we're going to start in chapter 1, and we're going to read through verses 1 through 11. Kind of see this. This is pretty cool. Actually, this is an amazing story. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chetam, had sent Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece, and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth, and went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, insomuch that the earth was quiet before him. Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up. He gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries and nations and kings, who became tributaries unto him. After these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should die. Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them while he was yet alive. So Alexander reigned 12 years, and then he died, and his servants bare rule, every one in his place. And after his death they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. And in those days there were out of Israel wicked men, persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So we see here that the he-goat and the little horn that are the fulfillment of the prophecy in Daniel 8, the he-goat being Alexander the Great, and the little horn being Antiochus Epiphanes.